Hello and welcome to the 2014 Utica Home Track Series, here for your second race here in the Bethesdaring in Bethesda, Maryland. This is going to be a special event, as in this is the longest track on the schedule. While we show you your starting grid, we join former Utica Home Track Series driver and current Rallycross Series driver Tyler Benoit as he gives us our news update.
Thank you very much. Weather woes continue as the forecast calls for heavy rain later in the day. The start time was bumped up in hopes to finish the 140-mile event, but the clouds are coming and the chance for the Utica Home Track Series to have their first rain delay and cancellation may be very high. Era Shock has withdrawn herself from the race, citing a medical issue. She has not specified what the issue is, but has stated that she will most likely not be back for the rest of the season. The feisty driver will be replaced by the teammate Jeffrey Finguy, who failed to qualify for the event. Skyla Johnson will take over the ride starting next week. 12 drivers are making their Utica Home Track Series debuts, which beats the record 11 set by the 2013 Myrtle Beach event. With so many inexperienced drivers on a 14-mile circuit that is completely new to stock car racing, many drivers are worried about the potential for a small mistake turning into a big wreck. Neil Evans was the fastest car in qualifying, but his time was disallowed as the car failed post-qualifying inspection, circulating rumors about the Evans Performance Racing team. He only beats Chris Washer and Dustin Capps, who wrecked in qualifying and went to backup cars. That's what's going on in the Utica Home Track Series. Now let's go racing, everybody!
Thank you for that report. Julian Kenneblaise Jr. in car number 26 got the pole for today's event, but tragedy again on the starting grid. Julian Kenneblaise Jr. having an issue with a tire going down. He would have to come down pit road. This is the second time this year that the pole sitter has had the pole off the racetrack, so Kenneblaise Jr. going to lose a lot of time on this 14-mile circuit. As we take a look at the green flag wave from our camera situated at turn number 1, as you see Saya Asumi and Alex DeMarco battling for that race lead on the outside row. And the car that's going to get it is Alex DeMarco, car number 00. Now, Alex DeMarco made his debut in the series in the 2013 season, and he made his first start at the Zandvoort Road course, where he had a great finish, 9th place. So this is definitely the type of track that Alex DeMarco likes going to. He's hoping for a successful year in this number 00 machine. Now we take a look at the winner of last week's race, John Sedino, and see how he is doing. Not faring the best. He sits about 20th on track, but the race is still young. We have 10 laps on this circuit if the rain will keep away. But John Sedino, a lot of momentum, getting his first career victory since the first year of Utica Home Track Series competition. Now, he's the only Sedino Ed car this year. The team has downsized. Driver Russell Arcuri is now an engine builder, Matt Evans in a separate team effort. Andrew Robinson, car number 40. This is his first time behind the wheel of the 40 car, essentially, for the points-paying season. As last race, he was only in it for 6 laps. Andrew Robinson is facing a road course, which he's no stranger to. His only career Utica Home Track Series win came at the Silverstone circuit. But that circuit is a lot smaller than this one. He's got a long day ahead of him in the 40 machine. Joe Samaniego, car number 53, a surprise runner near the front of the field. He currently sits in 2nd place, and for a rookie, this is a great start. Oh no, Alex DeMarco off track in the Laguna Seca turn, and Joe Samaniego in the 53 Skull Bandit is going to take the race lead. Let's go on board with Alex DeMarco and see what happened. See, this turn is difficult going downhill, even more difficult going up, and he gets sent off the racetrack, and that car is going to lose some time in the grass. Joe Samaniego, the rookie, going to pull ahead, but the race is not over yet, and Alex DeMarco only dropped down to 3rd place as there's still a long time to go. Instant lap 1. Nicholas Guerra, car number 6, who had a great run last week, is going to take this turn a little too heavily, gets some contact with Nicky Allen, and that car is going to get pancaked into the wall. And look at all these spots that are just running away from him. You see everyone getting by him, including Trek Togger and Connor Germain trying to attempt incident lap 1. Speaking of the Gas Tech cars, John Lesko in his debut start is going to run this turn wide along with Max Watson. He gets into the wall, and that car is sliding back on track. Neil Evans makes contact. Amanda Pericles some damage as well. As those cars continue, let's take another look at this wreck. As you see, Neil Evans really slowing by this. Now he was battling with Jake Williams in car number 0. Williams not giving him much room, and he and Watson just go way off track. I think Watson was trying to draft with him. But as you see, the 55 car making some serious contact with him, and that car is going to slow down. He's still in the race, however, but that car is going to lose a lot of spots. And Julian Kenneblis Jr., just to show you how good this number 26 machine is, he went on pit road at the start of this race to fix a tire while everyone else was running top speed. He's already caught up to the tail end of the field and has passed Neil Evans. So a lot can change on this circuit, and the young Mexican driver knows his road courses. Now, it's going to be quite the challenge to get all the way back from this position to the front, but if anyone can do it, Julian Kenneblis Jr. is definitely the driver that can. As we continue, let's take a look at our race leader, our points winner from last year, William Duncan. Oh, he had the problem. He's slow. Car number 83, slow on the track. Positions are running away from him. I don't know what happened. That car is sliding on the track. William Duncan, the defending Utica Home Track Series champion, had a decent finish. Whoa! Car number 83 is spinning. William Duncan in the grass. That car just jackknifed to the right. So Duncan, definitely some serious problems on his hands, as this is not the way Duncan was hoping to spend the second race of the season. Last year he almost failed to qualify. This year, some steering issues, it would seem. Alex DeMarco, car number 00, has been chasing down Joe Samaniego for the majority of this lap. And now he's looking to make a move. Saya Asumi, car number 11, trying to make a move as well. 3 wide for the race lead. DeMarco trying to split the middle. Samaniego gets off track a little bit, but he keeps it going. Saya Asumi is going to give up the spot to Alex DeMarco, and DeMarco in the lead already. Exciting racing near the front on the first lap as Joe Samaniego is not done. He's trying to go for it. Saya Asumi right behind them, and so is Brandon Bain trying to get a piece of this battle, but Joe Samaniego not the preferred line as car number 00 heads into the final turn of the track. As we take a look a little further back, car number 93, Chris Dollerton, running in this pack of cars. He's going to get booted off the racetrack. And for a driver in the top 10 in points that's just barely in, this is not good for him. Fortunately, not too many positions lost, or maybe I spoke too soon, as Ray Takeda, Joseph Bryant, and it would seem Jake Williams. Oh man, this line of cars just beating him as they are in a draft and he is slowed by the grass. Car number 16, Chris Aurelio, currently sitting 6th place on track. Chris Aurelio having a better year than his brother already, as Michael Aurelio failed to qualify for the first event, though Michael Aurelio here this time. Now, Chris Aurelio is yet to win in the Utica Home Track Series, but he's definitely a force in the Utica Rallycross Series. He is the champion of the first season, and he has a couple of victories to his name. They call him the Mighty Mighty Tiger. Let's see him pounce on track today as he runs right behind Jeffrey Finguy in the number 29. He's running in replacement duty. Also, he's ahead of Andrew Robinson, car number 40. Now, Chris Aurelio has been saying on the radio, this car is great today, and he thinks he might be able to get himself a victory. William Duncan, car number 83, went to pit road, and he's back on the racetrack. They tried diagnosing the problem, but they were not sure. It seems to have fixed itself. The steering wheel has unlocked itself. So William Duncan, a strange issue, is going to send him far behind today. Car number 11, Saya Asumi, currently in a battle for the lead with Alex DeMarco. Saya Asumi, the Japanese driver, one of the Enraged Performance BMW machines, going to take the race lead, going into the Laguna Seca turn. She gets loose, and Alex DeMarco back into the race lead. So these three drivers, some of the best competitors I have seen on track today, and they just keep battling for it. And we're not even near the end of the race yet. There's still a lot of time to go, but with rain looming, there's an extra added sense of urgency as we had an incident on lap 2. Makoto Iguchi, speaking of the Enraged Performance BMW cars, she gets into the wall. Eric Enraged plows in. Teammates. And there's Amanda Pericles once again getting caught up in it, and Max Watson off track. So 2 of the Enraged Performance BMW machines have just crashed in the same turn that caused a wreck last lap. On board with Eric Enraged, making his debut start in Utica HomeTrackSeries, the team owner, and that's not going to fare well for them. As look at that damage to both of these cars, and neither of them are too happy. I'm hoping this won't affect any team relations. We take a look at car number 99, Ryan Estebomi. He's in his first career start, and he's sitting in the top 10. Now, he's running for the row 1 team with Henry Nova, who's right behind him. Gabriel Montoya did not make the race. But Estebomi, for a relative unknown, having a great run today. He says that car is handling well as teammate Henry Nova makes the pass underneath him. So, solid performance for both of those machines as we look at Nicky Allen, car number 90. Also in the top 10, and also getting passed by Henry Nova. Nicky Allen driving a car reminiscent of the Andreas Allen machine from last year. Now, big tragedy this year with Andreas Allen succumbing to injuries in I believe an ARCSOA event. So, hearts are heavy at the Allen Racing family camp, but they're doing this for him as Nicky Allen wants to make sure this 90 heads into victory lane. She wants those colors back in the winner's circle like Andreas Allen did last year at Daytona. Let's take a look at another tragic event. Jeffrey Finguy subbing for Eris Schock. Now, Eris Schock pulling out of the race last minute, claiming a medical issue. No details have been released, as we mentioned earlier in the day. But we definitely hope it's nothing serious. As Jeffrey Finguy, car number 29, looks like his streak will keep alive. He has not missed a race since his debut in the Utica Home Track Series. So he is on a good streak. He even drove the number 68 of Brian Brote's machine last year at the Batista Bowl when he was in danger of missing the event. So, top-notch driver Jeffrey Finguy slipped up a little this weekend, but I wouldn't say fortunately for him, since Eris Schock is a close teammate. But at least he's able to give this 29 car justice near the front of the pack. Car number 00, Alex DeMarco in the lead again, but the turn's going to slip up one more time, and the contact is harder as he hits the side of the wall. Car number 53, Joseph Maniego, is going to absolutely run away with this lead. As there comes Chris Aurelio, car number 16. Then there's Asumi, Scott, and Finguy, all trying to capitalize on the 00's mistake as Joseph Maniego starts to disappear. Car number 6. Nicholas Guerra makes some contact with Joseph Bryant. Now, for those unfamiliar of the last season, he and Joseph Bryant have a little bit of bad blood between them, as in most sport, Joseph Bryant wrecked Nicholas Guerra, who was in the race lead. So Neil Evans ended up winning that day. Not sure if that contact was intentional or not. I don't think Nicholas Guerra has forgotten. But quietness over the radio about that. Dion Scott, car number 36, currently sitting in the 3rd place position. Now the Australian driver made his debut last year in the Silverstone. Well, sorry, he made his debut in Martinsville, but his big break came at Silverstone. A lot of drivers last year actually did have their big break at Silverstone, so Silverstone definitely an underdog event. But Dion Scott trying to prove his value as a race car driver as he runs near the front in 3rd place, right behind Saya Asumi in car number 11. Now they've all passed Alex DeMarco, who got into the wall a little earlier, so now it's a matter of catching up. Chris Aurelio, car number 16, is going to slide. I think he clipped that turn a little too tight, and that car is running a little slow as he's obscured by the trees at the moment. But Chris Aurelio, such a great car, and that car is going to lose a lot of positions. Everyone trying to make the pass, and now his brother, Michael Aurelio, is catching up to him in car number 34. So the two teammate cars running on track together. Unfortunate event for Chris Aurelio. That's going to hurt that great performance he had, but fortunately he's not too far down the lining. Kyle Corbett, car number 42, having a great event today. As, in fact, both he and his teammate Dominic Cousins, who sits in front of him, having a great run today. Just inside the top 10. The young Canadian driver, not known for his road racing, but has definitely outdone himself today. The Hyundai Yum cars are feeling good. Joseph Maniego leads coming to the line. He will get the extra bonus point for leading a lap today on lap 3. Currently, Alex DeMarco has the most. He led on lap 1 and lap 2. We had an incident, however, on lap 4. Dominic Cousins, car number 63, is going to try and head to pit road makes some contact with his teammate, plows the pit wall. More cars. This is green flag pit stops, and a lot of them too slow, as a lot of them need to pit. Heavy contact. Chris Aurelio gets pounded hard. There's Matt Dool, Zachary Robinson. More cars. Matt Dool goes in the air. Let's take a look at another angle as Chris Aurelio just got clobbered. And Joseph Bryant, hard contact with him. I don't know who that other car is. That might be Chris Dollarton, as I see Pericles, Guerra, and many others involved. On board with Dominic Cousins in the number 63. The Pizza Hut machine tried going to pit road, make some contact with Kyle Corbett. Hard contact with the pit wall. Just couldn't get it turned enough. He was going much too fast in the straightaway. And look at that, hard contact. The car is just piling in. Let's take a look at another angle on board with Matt Dool and see what he saw. Now, he clobbered well, it was actually Zachary Robinson who clobbered the 16 pretty hard, but Matt Dool goes for a wild ride as he gets almost flipped over by Joseph Bryant. Fortunately, no pit crew members were injured, but as we look at one more angle, the following drivers went out of the race: Chris Dollarton, Joseph Bryant, Matt Dool, Zachary Robinson, Dominic Cousins, Brandon Bain, and Chris Aurelio. Most of them having such good days, like Brandon Bain, who is running top 5, as this carnage on the 4th lap is going to take out a lot of strong competitors, and especially bad for Chris Aurelio, as he had such a great day. He was looking forward to a good run. Let's take a look at some drivers. Henry Nova, car number 07, 6th place on the circuit. Now, Nova is a driver in several different series. He made an attempt in the short-lived NASCAR Road Racing Challenge Cup at the Zandvoort circuit, so some road racing experience for him. He currently sits in a great position for, if he's able to catch up to the lead cars, he might be able to win the race as he heads through the Nürburgring turn. Brian Judge, car number 3, the only driver of the Fat Dog Racing team in this race, so all the members of the team have at least one start. Brian Judge currently sitting in 13th place. He's really happy with how the car is running, saying that the team put together something really wonderful for them. Now, he's a little bit behind from the rest of the pack. He has to play some catch-up, and he doesn't have really anyone to draft with up to the front, though this is a road course. There's a lot of long straightaways here, so you can definitely get some help from the draft. But Brian Judge hanging in there, looking for a solid finish today. Then there's Trek Togger, car number 60. He currently sits in 22nd on the course. Now, given his qualifier race, Trek Togger was hoping for a lot better. But I don't think his setup was planning on rain. The conditions have not been kind to his machine, and that car is a little bit behind from the rest of the pack. So the road racer, it doesn't look good for him getting his first career Utica Home Track Series win today, though he's been trying for years. We also have to take a look at car number 83. He sits in 35th place on track. He's still hanging in there, but he's about 2 laps off the pace, as that car has just been having countless problems throughout the day. Now, William Duncan, if he has any hopes of winning the championship, he's going to have to really pull something together next week to keep himself in the loop, as he is not in the top 10. We had some green flag pit stops on lap number 4 heading into lap number 5. Now, with the rain coming ever closer, this could be a stop that can decide the race, as everyone seems to be going down. I don't know if anyone that isn't. Car coming off pit lane first, though, Dion Scott, and he actually leads the lap there since the finish line is right at the edge of pit road. So Samaniego not able to get out fast enough. Dion Scott, a fast pit crew, and he definitely applauded them over the radio. So he's on to lead with Joe Samaniego, and there's a huge gap between the two. And just think, Samaniego had a great lead going into pit road, so that pit stop was pitch perfect for car number 36. Jeffrey Finguy got off on track in 3rd position, so great effort by the JFI team. We have a car slow on the racetrack. It's car number 11, Saya Asumi. I don't know what happened to them. I'm not sure if they... oh man, that car, there's definitely something wrong with it, as the 11 car is struggling to keep it on pace. Could be an electrical issue, or something maybe with a wheel or something, or fuel. No one's really sure. We're getting word, electrical issue. It is an electrical issue on car number 11. So Saya Asumi, who is one of the top competitors today and running so close to the front of the pack, is going to have a shortage in the car. They would have to bring that car down pit road. Chris Washer, car number 51, makes some contact with John Cittadino on pit road, and he is absolutely furious as he thinks that John Cittadino should have been watching a little more, and this resulted in a scuffle on pit road between the two teams. They had to get some officials in there to break them apart, and there was some cross words spoken. Now, John Cittadino, the winner from last week, pulled out right in front of the 51 car. Both of them had delayed pit stops since they had some trouble in their stop. They had to fix a little bit of exterior damage, but the damage even worse on the number 51. John Cittadino scoots by, and pit road is just going nuts as Washer not happy with the Cittadino Ed team, as Ryan Astabomi is actually going to give the 51 car a shunt. So I don't think the 99 is going to be on his good list either. Car number 09, Karen Minazuki in 14th position. This has been a good day for replacement drivers, as Karen Minazuki was not even scheduled to be here. Ryan Raso, who ran in the 2.4 hours of Le Mans for the NCGMRS, was supposed to be in this car for this race, but an injury in the Royal Rumble set him out for the rest of the year. Karen Minazuki, though, having a great run in this noticeable number 09 machine. Car number 48, Dustin Capps, is one of the drivers in the top 10 in the standings. He's looking for a good run, but he cuts the corner too short, something that Chris Aurelio did earlier, and that car is actually smoking. He has damaged it internally, and Dustin Capps is going to have to limp his way back to pit road. He was sitting in 10th place on the circuit, was looking at a good points day, but this will definitely hurt him in the standings, as he's going to have to try and cradle it home. Trouble for Max Watson and William Duncan on pit road. Both of them having issues today, and Max Watson, who is one of the fastest cars in qualifying, is going to have to settle for a poor finish today, as he's about 2 laps off the pace. More trouble as Makoto Iguchi tries to pass the 48 of Dustin Capps. Dustin Capps tries to run her into the pit wall. Capps tried pulling into pit road. Makoto Iguchi wouldn't allow it, and that car was much stronger. And now Dustin Capps in the 48 has to go around this 14-mile circuit one more time if he wants to get to pit road. We have to spotlight car number 34 of Michael Aurelio. He's been moving up through the pack. He started 19th in this event, and he's worked his way steadily into the top 10, now top 5 as he passes Andrew Robinson. Michael Aurelio says this car is feeling good, and that if the rain can keep at bay, he might have a shot at winning this race. The Aurelio cars were strong today, but unfortunately his brother caught up in that big wreck. This could be the return of Michael Aurelio. Joe Samaniego was tracking Dion Scott, but Dion Scott's going to run a little bit wide, and Joe Samaniego is going to capitalize. So Samaniego back into the race lead. What a strong competitor today on the road course in that Harry Gant-inspired number 53. As Dion Scott tries to chase him down, as the rain is starting to come ever closer, as we're getting reports from the weather officials that the sky's looking a little wet, as Jeffrey Finguy, car number 29, is going to get off track, and he goes into the wall. That's going to hurt him a little bit, as Henry Nova and Andrew Robinson are going to make their way past. Well, sorry, I believe that was Kyle Corbin in the 42, my mistake. But a little later in this lap, Henry Nova, who is running on the outside of a couple drivers, gets a little loose, sends off the track, and he's going to lose his spot in the top 5. So unfortunate for Henry Nova. But coming to the line on lap 6, going on lap 7, the red flag was flown for a rain delay. The track was starting to get wet, and seeing as we don't have lights and we don't really have the equipment to dry this, they've called the race here. Joe Samaniego, they've gone past the halfway point. They went by the finishing order at the red flag, and as they head down pit road, Joe Samaniego wins his first Utica Home Track Series race. Congratulations to the number 53 machine. Not the way they wanted to win it, but an excellent performance by this team. As they pull on the pit road, as some drivers didn't get the message as they keep driving on track, that ends today's event. Let's take a look at your race results. Joe Samaniego, car number 53, scores his first career Utica Home Track Series win and is the first driver to ever win in his debut. The only other driver was Tyler Smith, who won the inaugural race, but we don't really count that since there was never a race before it. So Joe Samaniego making history today. Dion Scott in a close second place. That last lap pass is what killed him, but still a great effort for the Australian driver. Kyle Corbett in third place, great for his debut in the number 42, so excellent day for debut drivers. Jeffrey Finguy, a replacement driver, finishing fourth, so he will turn over the duties of that 29 car to Skyla Johnson. Michael Aurelios was back in fifth place. That's the spot where he wanted to be. Andrew Robinson, just because he wasn't racing last week doesn't mean it's a fluke that he's a great driver. Sixth place overall, followed by Henry Nova. Brian Judge had a great day today. We saw him just outside the top 10. He worked his way in on the last lap. Joshua Michaels in ninth place, an excellent effort for him. And Alex DeMarco, who led the most laps today, went in 10th. Next, we have Ray Takula in 11th position. Excellent effort for her. Followed by Connor Germain, the Frenchman. Karen Minazuki, the English driver, having a great run for her first start. Also, another replacement. There's Trek Togger in 14th. He picked up a little bit from what we reported. Hunter Fellows, decent day for him. Followed by Nicky Allen, who had a good run in the 90. Ryan Estabomi in 17th. Eric and Race, despite the wreck, top 20. He'll be back at Utica Rome Speedway. Annie Thomas in the 82 finished 19th, and Neil Evans rounded out the top 20 despite starting near the back. Sam Young in 21st position, followed by Jake Williams and Julian Canablez Jr., who went from first to last to about mid-pack, so it broke even today. John Lesko in his Utica Home Track Series debut, 24th overall. He was hoping for better. Amanda Pericles, Nicholas Guerra had a pretty rough day today. He had a lot of contact. Makoto Iguchi got involved in that wreck and that near wreck. Connor Atwood was the last car on the lead lap. A disappointing day for the 84. Dustin Capps went out of the race. Saya Asumi finished one lap down due to the electrical issue. John Sayadino, Nick Pericles, and Chris Washer all went one lap down due to the pit road contact. Max Watson and William Duncan went 2 laps down. They had a lot of problems today. Then the cars that went out in that huge wreck on pit road: Chris Aurelio, Brandon Bain, Dominic Cousins, Zachary Robinson, Matt Duell, and then Joseph Bryant and Chris Dollarton. That's going to really kill his top 10 position. Speaking of which, let's take a look at the point standings for the Utica Home Track Series following this event. Andrew Robinson on top of the standings still. Ray Takula only 1 point back in second place, followed by Annie Thomas in third. Trek Togger up to fourth in points. He's actually locked in now. He's one of a couple drivers that worked their way up here. Nicholas Guerra still safe in the top 5. Henry Nova works his way in with that great run he had, a top 10 finish. John Sayadino in 7th place. Dustin Capps still keeps in the top 10 despite the poor effort, because the run at Bristol was so good. Chris Aurelio in 9th position, despite his troubles, and Jeffrey Finguy, he's listed at the 92 as that's his regular number. He will work his way into the top 10. Then just outside, these drivers are not locked in, but they're so close. Joe Samaniego, if he had most laps led, he might have a shot, but he's going to have to make the race next time. And if he can make it, it'll be a great points day for him. He might be able to make that top 10, lock himself in. Dion Scott, a great effort for him. He's in 12th in points. Zachary Robinson falls out of the top 10. There's Alex DeMarco trying to climb the ladder. Joseph Bryant in the 80 gets kicked back a bit. Kyle Corbett, Michael Aurelio up in the top 20. There's Sam Young in the 37. Brian Judge works his way up there. And Chris Dollarton, an absolute crusher for him, went from 10th to 20th. Now let's take a look at the Rookie of the Year standings. And on top for that would be Henry Nova. 2 points over the race winner Joe Samaniego, who got a couple extra bonus points for being a rookie winner. You get 5 bonus points if you're a rookie And not only you win Rookie of the Race, but you actually physically win the event. Annie Thomas in third place, followed by Dion Scott, Kyle Corbett, Brian Judge, Connor Germain, Chris Dollarton, Karen Minazuki, and Hunter Fellows. Well, that's all for the Utica Home Track Series this week. Thank you for watching, and next time we're going to be heading to The Rock, North Carolina. It should be a great event. Track that's been with us since Season 1. Excellent racing, and hopefully no rain. We'll see you then.